Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy met with U.S. President Joe Biden to make an in-person plea for military and economic aid. While President Biden said that the U.S. will not abandon Ukraine in its war against Russia, there's strong Republican opposition to extending war funding. Eun-jin reports.
On Tuesday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy made his third visit to Washington since the start of the war in Ukraine 22 months ago. He met with members of Congress as well as President Joe Biden. The visit was Zelensky's in-person plea to save a $61 billion U.S. defense package for war-torn Ukraine. That package has been logjammed by Republicans on Capitol Hill. The Republican members of Congress want the Biden administration to make concessions on U.S. border security and immigration policy in exchange for the aid package. Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson said the White House is asking for billions of dollars without a clear strategy for winning the war in Ukraine, and that more needs to be done to secure the U.S. homeland borders.
What the Biden administration seems to be asking for is billions of additional dollars with no appropriate oversight, no clear strategy to win, and none of the answers that I think the American people are owed. I have also made very clear from day one that our first condition on any national security supplemental spending package is about our own national security first.
Prior to his meeting on Capitol Hill, President Zelenskyy addressed the military audience at the National Defense University on Monday, where he expressed hope that he could still count on the U.S. for assistance.
Putin must lose so that everyone else who sees Russia's war on Ukraine as his personal lecture at the so-called University of Aggression gets the message loud and clear. Putin must lose. His weapon against you right now is propaganda and disinformation, but if he sees a chance, he'll go further.
Standing alongside the Ukrainian leader at a White House press conference, President Biden vowed on Tuesday that neither he nor the American people would walk away from Ukraine, saying that allowing a Ukrainian defeat would mean Russian President Vladimir Putin and would-be aggressors everywhere would be emboldened. But there was a subtle but noteworthy shift in public messaging from the president. From his previous statement of a pledge for U.S. support for Ukraine as long as it takes, his message shifted to as long as we can. Speaking to reporters during a meeting with Zelenskyy in the Oval Office, President Biden announced he would be releasing $200 million in funding that's already been approved by Congress to help Ukraine with its defensive needs. While that's a small fraction of the $60 billion Biden hoped for Ukraine in a supplementary funding request, the $200 million can be released shortly. Eun-jin, Arirang News.